Young and Single series, and as you know, on this channel we share resources that help young ones navigate the complex maze of late adolescence and early young adulthood. We have been studying on various topics, and each of these topics have been beneficial to the growth of these young ones. Today I want to help us identify many challenges that young ones seem to be grappling with, and one of them, which tops my list, is the abuse of digital space and its resources. Social media has come to stay. It has good sides and it has its negative sides. But it looks like many young people just don't know how to use the social media, the digital space, and the resources to their advantage. So sadly, you find out that many people are misusing this digital space in the things they do, in the things that they don't do, because the things that they could have done with this digital space could have given them a step ahead of the others. My question is, how much of the digital space are you involved in? And how much of it is beneficial to your growth, personal development, career development, and overall well-being? Are you using it to your advantage to learn a skill, to market, or for money? Or you are just spending time enriching others by using your data and by also downloading other people's videos, following and watching them? All these are beneficial if it adds to you. But if not, then you must consider how you are using this digital space and how it is helping you. Another major challenge facing young people is the question of identity crisis. Who am I? Many young people, with all the resources out there about purpose, about identity, sadly do not seem to still get clarity on their identity. And so they seem to find solace in looking at role models who may be putting out images on social media which have nothing to do with who they really are. Identity is key, because until you know who you are, you can never maximize what you can do, and you can never fulfill purpose. It is so important that your environment, your space, the people around you are used effectively to benefit you in developing who you are. When identity is not properly discovered, abuse is inevitable. So most of the identity crisis people are having, identity theft issues people are facing, is just a factor of them not knowing who they are, accepting who they are, and believing in who they are. I have done a video on identity exploration. I believe you could go and scroll up and find that. Another challenge young people are facing is potential, the question of what can I do? You can never know what you can do until you explore. So it's very important to start early, giving yourself the opportunity to explore based on your strengths, based on your interests, and then even step out of your comfort zone into areas that you think you cannot do. Peer pressure is another thing. We used to think peer pressure was for children, but today we realize that peer pressure cuts across all ages. Young people are being influenced by friends, negatively and positively. Teenagers are being influenced, young adults are being influenced, and even adults are being influenced, sadly. Peer pressure. What my friend has, who my friend has become, what my friend wants to do, where my friend is going. And so directly or indirectly, people are being pressured into behaviors that otherwise they would never have done. Peer pressure is something that you need to look out for and work around it. The need for acceptance, the sense of belonging, is so key that many people are looking out for who will accept them and are ready to bend their back and allow anybody and anyone to enter their lives, alter their lives just because of acceptance. It's very important to, one, like we said earlier, identify who you are, accept who you are, and then know that you don't need acceptance to become somebody great. Now, another major challenge is for especially those in the young adult brackets, lack of employment opportunities. Interesting. Why am I saying that? By the time you have finished with your senior high and your tertiary education, most often in our part of the country, many people work hoping to get employed. Many people don't think entrepreneurship and don't think of what else they can do other than employment. And because of that, employment sometimes puts you in a fixated state, whereas people should start thinking entrepreneurial. What can you do? Everybody has an ability to do something, but until you give yourself the chance to do something, always ask your question: in case there is no job and nobody employs me, what can I do? Can I employ myself? And if I don't think I can employ myself, who should employ me? You must be employable by, first and foremost, your own self. Then others will even consider employing you. Others, sadly, are going to school to get an education to make life easier for them to navigate life after their first degree or second degree or their senior high degree. The whole essence of education is to improve your knowledge, your skills for handling challenges that will face you in life. But many young ones joke with their education because they feel you don't need only school to succeed. Well, at least school gives you the ability to read, to write, to reason. It gives you a network. It gives you skills that help you to survive. Not everybody is working with what they learned with in school. Most often, you will find that what you learned is not really what you actually work with. And so your inability to focus on your education and succeed is one of the challenges. There is also another problem many young people are having, and that is family problems. The family issue is so big, if we want to start it, we won't finish. But broadly, you don't decide the family you were born into. You don't decide your parentage. Many families are going through their own sorts of problems. They are divorcees, they are separated families, single parents, they are poor parents, they are very rich families who don't even have time for their children. And all these issues have an effect on the young one. Well, you can't do anything about the family you are in, but you can ask for the right counsel and the right help so that the challenges in your family do not become limitations for your growth. Now, another challenge many young ones are facing is refusal to go through the process. They want quick money, quick fame. They are impatient. And so they don't understand that life is a process. Life has a growth path. It is an overnight, I went to school, I'm done, I must get money quickly by all means, at all costs. That desire for quick money has put many young ones into trouble and made them do things that they will not be able to come out of easily. There's also the issue of lack of value and initiative. Many young ones are waiting for people to do things for them, so they don't have initiative, and others are also easily compromising. It is so important that I cannot list all the major challenges, but the few I have listed. There is also the issue of confused sexuality. Many people are gradually getting confused about their sexuality, and many are engaging in indiscriminate sexual practices. Each of these things I have mentioned are so important that each one must be treated as a topic on its own. But I want to ask you listening to me, in addition to the ones I have listed, if there's any that comes to mind, please, you can leave a comment in the comment section. And then, if any of these ones have been affecting you so far, what have you done about it? Have you sought out for help? Because for all the challenges listed, there is provision for solution. There's counsel. There's help. You must identify that this is a challenge you are having. Be willing to work on it and gradually improve. Because if you don't work on each of these ones listed, they will ultimately become hindrances to your progress and to your future. I would want to come back to this video next time with solutions for each of these points I have listed. In the meantime, in case you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please, the name is Hannah Abrahams-Appiah. Please subscribe. Press the notification button, and anytime there's a new video, you will get an alert. And share this video with friends who need to hear about this. And leave a comment, we'll get back to you. Thank you for joining us and watching us. God bless you, and make sure that these things that are affecting young ones do not hamper your growth, because your future is bright. God bless you.